detected. Hostile broadcast detected.
If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. The first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up, Mod Squad? Welcome to another Division 2 build breakdown video. If you're already subscribed to me, then don't forget to smash that like button, as it really helps push our videos into the recommended section, which in turn helps the channel grow. Interaction is a big part of what helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and the extra support is very much appreciated. With that said, let's get on with the video. So in today's video, I'll showcase my heroic god mode build. This build replicates a combination I used in the previous video, which is stupidly overpowered. This build gives you everything you'll need to dominate heroic control points and the summit. High weapon and crit damage, armor regen, armor on kill, bonus armor on kill, status effects on kill, and all damage resistance. All this combined makes you near enough unkillable. Today's build is one of the most simple and basic builds to make, and offers an insane amount of damage, utility, and survivability. Just off one kill alone, you're looking at 30% armor on kill, 50% bonus armor on kill, 100% health on kill, status effect on kill, 5% rate of fire on kill, and 15% weapon damage on kill. This isn't including all the crit damage on kill you can stack, as well as max crit chance, depending on the weapon variations you use. At its base, this build has 1.7 million armor, and fully stacked is capable of reaching well over 3 million. On top of being a tank, we have all the survivability that I just mentioned, plus 3% armor regen. So not only do you have burst forms of healing on kill, but passive healing as well. What makes this build so overpowered though is the synergy between the gear talents, skills, specialization, and weapon talents. They all chain together to make an insanely strong build that just gets stronger and stronger the more you kill NPCs. This build can also be used with a multitude of weapons, but for sure the strongest weapon to use in combination with this build is the Eagle Bearer. For those of you who don't have the Eagle Bearer, the Chameleon is the next best option, and I have a video showcasing that combination above. And for those of you who are looking to find a squad to do the raid with, make sure you join my Discord. The link to that will be in the description below. Back to the Eagle Bearer's tenacity talent can nerf all damage you take from 40 to 80%. Combining this with the protection from elite stat makes elite damage feel non-existent. For those of you who are worried about the negative side of tenacity, you don't have to worry, as the amount of survivability you get from this build easily counters the damage you take from the talent. All it takes for you to near enough be unkillable is a headshot kill. A couple of other assault rifles I recommend using with this build would be one, the Chameleon, like I stated earlier. This is because it is so OP when paired with the Hunter's Fury gear set, and the second assault rifle would be the FAMAS, as it delivers whatever talent you decide to use at a very fast rate because of the 900 RPM it has. My recommendation for talents would be Preservation for more survivability. This will boost your armor repair by 10% for body shot kills and 20% for headshot kills. You'll also gain that armor within 5 seconds, and this is a talent that stacks. If you're looking for that extra damage instead, then you can use Killer for 40% critical hit damage, or In Sync, which will boost both your weapon and skill damage by 30%. Today's build is also one you don't have to use a shield with, as it has so much survivability. This will allow you to use other skills such as drones, chem launchers, traps, hives, or even a decoy. I'd recommend using one skill that serves as a distraction, like the decoy or striker drone, and the second skill being something that keeps NPCs in place, like the shock trap or the riot foam chem launcher. Using these skills will make getting headshot kills a lot easier. Now we have spoken a little bit about the build, and I've showcased some of what it's capable of. Let's get into a build breakdown. Right guys, starting off with the specialization, and we are using the gunner. Reason being is it synergizes so well with the rest of our build. This specialization offers DPS, survivability, and utility. As you can see, we get the riot foam grenade, which is great for both PvE and PvP. If you can funnel enemies and then use this grenade, you will snare a bunch of them, which makes them easier to kill. Up next, killing enemies grants 10% armor, which adds on to the 20% we already have on our build, taking us to a total of 30%. Next, every third reload is 50% faster. That's going to add to DPS. The armor kit on this build gives us 100% armor repair and then 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Every specialization has a skill with it that you can unlock, and as you can see is the Banshee Pulse. You can see in the gameplay that is very effective, stuns NPCs, making them easier to kill. This specialization also generates 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. Which is great if you're a solo player, because you'll find you'll never run out of ammo. If you're not picking it up through NPCs, then this specialization will be replenishing it for you. Up next, rate of fire increased by 5% on kill. This is just going to add to our DPS, helping us kill faster. And that is pretty much it for the specialization. So with that said, let's move on to the build breakdown. Right guys, getting into the build breakdown, start off with the primary weapon, and it is the God Mode gun. The most overpowered gun in the game. It is the Eagle Bearer. Why is it overpowered? Because of tenacity. 40 to 80% damage resistance. The fact that this works so well with Hunter's Fury as well is just, it's kind of broken. It's way overpowered in my opinion. But getting to the attachments, we have 10% crit chance on the scope, we have 10% weapon handling on the grip, 15% critical hit damage on the muzzle, and the magazine gives us the extra 30 rounds, giving us a total of 60 in the magazine. Now we have 750 RPM, but that does get boosted a little bit by 5% because of the gunner specialization, so we even gain a little bit more DPS on the Eagle Bearer. Moving on to our secondary, and we are using the Grudge. Reason being, it gives us Perfect Vindictive, which gives us 18% crit chance and 18% critical hit damage for 20 seconds after killing an enemy that is under a status effect. This build puts out status effect on kill, and we also use the Banshee Pulse to apply status effects as well, so it's relatively easy to get these kills. Now, because it's easy to get these kills, we're going to use this gun quite a lot of the time because it's going to give the Eagle Bearer that crit chance boost it needs, because its base crit chance is at 35%. So when you use this build, get used to killing first an enemy under a status effect and then switching to the Eagle Bearer. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 5% crit chance on the sight, we have 20 extra rounds in the magazine, 5% crit chance on the laser pointer, and 5% critical hit damage on the muzzle. When it comes to the sidearm, you want to use a pistol with the talent finisher on it. You could either use the Orbit, which is the perfect version, gives you 35% crit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. Again, a very nice long buff. And I find that stacking Vindictive and Finisher together works pretty well. You don't miss out on too much of either talent. You still have a good solid 10 seconds of having them both together, and it is so worth it. You can gain an extra 58% critical hit damage, and you will max out on crit chance. Moving on to the gear pieces now, and we have the 4-piece Hunter's Fury, of course, gives us 15% SMG damage. That's going to help our Grudge do a little bit more damage and kill those enemies under status effect a little bit faster. 3-piece gives us 20% armor kill. We get 30% because of the gunner specialization, giving us another 10%. We have 100% health on kill, and the 4-piece just gives us untold amounts of weapon damage. So looking at the attributes, we have 14.9% weapon damage. I will optimize that real soon because it's bugging me. We have 12% critical hit damage, 12% critical hit damage via mod. Moving on to the chest piece, and we have a Seska chest piece, giving us 10% critical hit chance. We had to go with a Seska to make up for the lack of crit chance. The base on the Eagle Bearer, like I said, is 35%, so we have to have the Seska. We have 15% weapon damage, 5.5% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and 12% critical hit damage via a mod. And we are using Intimidate. If you want to, you can switch out for Obliterate, but we are stacking so much bonus armor. Why not make the most out of that 35% amplified damage? Moving on to our holster. And when it comes to our holster, knee pads and gloves, they are all the exact same stats. 170k max armor and 12% critical hit damage, as you can see. And then finally, the Memento backpack, best in slot when it comes to solo builds. When it comes to talent, of course, it's kill confirmed, the most overpowered talent in the game, in my opinion. When it comes to the skills, I recommend using the decoy or the striker drone. Again, like I said earlier in the video, it's good to have one skill that acts as a distraction to NPCs. Just makes it a lot easier for you to run a gun because you're not using a shield. When it comes to the mods on this, I have 7.5% health, and then we have 7.5% duration. Moving on to my second skill, and I love this skill. This is what's going to help us apply that status effect so we can use the Grudge SMG to proc Vindictive. We have the Banshee Pulse. Looking at attachments on here, 6.5% cone size, and then we have 15% effect duration. Now, enemies will be under the effect for 5 seconds. That is more than enough time to kill NPCs to gain the Vindictive talent. And then after you proc Vindictive, switch out to your pistol, finish off an enemy, switch back to the Eagle Bearer, boom, all that crit chance, crit damage maxed out, and you can go all in. Moving on to the stat sheet now, guys, and I'm not going to talk over it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash that like button, as it really helps push our videos into the recommended section. We have that 500 like goal that we never miss here on the channel, so please make sure you comment and like this video. I appreciate all of you guys' support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Mob Squad.
Take that!
What Iris?
Hostile broadcast.
You're dead,
Vital signs critical.
Can't get it from here! He's gone! He's gone! What the hell? You're mine!
Heavily armored hostile detected. Hostile broadcast detected.
Stand down. How do you like this?
CP captured. Good job.